Okay, hi everyone. Boleh tolong unmute your mic?
Hai cikgu.
Okay, hi. Okay, so hari ni, we are going to proceed with another subtopic in chapter 4. Okay, so that is group 17 elements. In previous class, we have learned about group 1 as well as group 18. So, nama lain untuk group 18 elements adalah apa?
Hmm,
Noble gases.
apa?
Noble gases.
Oh, okey.
Okay. One element,
Apa dia cikgu tak dengar?
nama lain untuk group one elements.
Sekejap.
Alkali metal. Ingat?
Tak hafal lah cikgu.
Tak apa, nanti hafal je. Okay, so we are going to look for group 17 elements pula hari ni. So sama macam group 1 and group 18, diorang ada nama yang lain selain daripada group 1 and group 18. So macam tu juga dengan group 17. Untuk group 17, the elements are also known as halogens. Okay, halogens. So sometimes in exam, the question do not mention group 17 elements, but it will state halogens. So you have to remember lah halogens tu apa, noble gases tu referring kepada group mana, alkali metals tu refer kepada group apa juga. Otherwise, susah for you to answer the question. Okay?
Okey.
Okay, so now before we proceed, these are the learning standard that you have to achieve before we end our class. Okay, so first you have to be able to generalize the changes in physical properties when going down group 17. And then the second one, you should be able to summarize the chemical properties of group 17 elements. But for the second learning standard, I will not teach you in this online class because you have to watch video from your textbook. Okay. And the third one is you should be able to generalize the changes in the reactivity when going down group 17. And last but not least, you should be able to reason out the physical and chemical properties of other elements in group 17. So now, let's proceed with the first subtopic. Okay. So in group 17 elements, there are mainly fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. So you nak senang ingat, you ingat yang mana ada in belakang itu usually adalah group 17 elements. And kenapa elements ni yang fluorine, chlorine ni semua located in group 17? Okay, this has relation with their valence electron. So in elements in group 17, all of them has 7 valence electron. So ingat, we have learned in previous class, any elements that have valence electron in between 3 to 8, you have to add with 10. So in this case, contohlah fluorine kan. So fluorine punya proton number is 9. So the electron arrangement will be 2.7. Betul?
Betul?
So 7 tu adalah valence electron dia. So 7 plus dengan 10 akan jadi 17. This explains why fluorine and other elements in group 17 belongs to this group. Okay, so far so good.
Okey.
Okay, so now before we proceed with the physical and chemical properties, we need to know the characteristic of group 17 elements. So group 17 elements, they must exist as diatomic molecules. Okay, maksudnya kita tak boleh tulis dia macam F sahaja, Cl sahaja. You kena include dua yang kat bawah ni. Kalau you nampak ada dua kecil yang kita panggil subscript ni, okay, itu yang menunjukkan the elements adalah diatomic molecules. Okay, kenapa all of the elements in group 17 must exist as diatomic molecules? Okay, because the elements in this group, they are highly unstable. Okay, so sebab tu lah dia kena exist dalam bentuk apa ni, bentuk diatomic. So now the
Okay.
second one is, yeah, ada
Tak,
soalan ke?
okay. Tak.
Kejap saya rasa, kejap. Okay. Now, another characteristic is the elements do not conduct electricity. Okay, so kenapa dia tak conduct electricity? Sebab all of the elements in group 17, they are non-metals. So bila dia non-metals, we know that they cannot conduct electricity. This is basic science lah. Okay.
Okay.
And then it forms colored. Okay, maksudnya setiap elements in the group 17, they all have their own color. For example, chlorine ada color dia sendiri, iodine ada color dia sendiri. And this color, it will get darker as we go down the group. Maksudnya, lagi bawah, lagi gelap. So, kalau you refer to your periodic table, okay, contohlah, fluorine is the first element in group 17. Maksudnya, fluorine punya warna lebih terang as compared to elements yang bawah-bawah dia. And kita akan tengok warna elements tu kejap lagi. Now, the fourth characteristic is group 17 elements, they are very poisonous and they also very toxic. So this explains kenapa whenever we conduct experiment yang you guna group 17 punya elements, okay, we have to conduct them in fume chamber. So fume chamber ni kalau you perasan dekat dalam amal kimia kita ada satu macam macam kotak lah dekat belakang lab tu. So that is fume chamber. Okay. Fume chamber ni dia penting sebab, kejap saya rasa ada orang nak masuk meeting ni. Okay. Fume chamber ni dia penting untuk pastikan the toxicity of the gas daripada elements tu tak membahayakan kita, so that kita tak expose kepada udara yang bertoksik lah. And dia juga adalah poisonous. So this explains why group 17 elements widely used in our daily life. So contohnya chlorine. Chlorine kita banyak guna dalam treatment of swimming pools. Maksudnya air dalam swimming pools tu kita dah campur dengan chlorine. Ni untuk bunuh kuman-kuman. So sometimes kalau orang mandi kan dia macam ludah dalam kolam lah, kencing dalam kolam lah. So the chlorine will help to kill the bacteria dalam air kolam tu. Okay? And this explain why kita guna iodine dalam medical field. So kalau you perasan, before kita buat operation ke apa, doktor akan sapu satu yellow solution. Kan? So yellow solution tu sebenarnya adalah iodine. So iodine ni dia capable of killing bacteria juga. Sebab tu lah kita guna dia sebagai antiseptic solution. Ada soalan setakat ni?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Okay. And the last characteristic is smelly. So most of the elements in group 17 memang busuk. Memang you can tell the smell lah usually. So paling senang you can imagine the smell of swimming pool. Swimming pool ada satu bau kan. So that is the smell of the chlorine actually. So sebab tu lah kita kata elements in group 17 they are smelly. Ataupun kita kata busuk lah senang cerita. Okay. So now I'm going to proceed with the physical properties. So physical properties, okay, we usually discuss them in terms of tiga benda. Yang pertama adalah the physical state, sama ada dia solid, liquid or gas. And the second one is color. Okay, and the third one will be melting point and boiling point. So now we are going to look at the first two physical properties, that is physical state and color. So kita tengok dulu pada physical state. Okay, untuk group 17 elements, physical state dia ni lagi ke bawah elements tu, dia akan jadi lagi keras. So untuk senangkan awak bayang, okay, awak bayangkan yang paling atas dia akan exist as gas. So sebab tu dekat sini, kalau gambar yang first ni chlorine kan, chlorine is the second element in group 17. So that explains why it exists as gas. So sama juga macam fluorine. Fluorine adalah elemen yang paling atas dalam group 17 element. So dia pun exist as gas. Tapi bila kita turun bawah sikit daripada group tu, okay, we will jumpa bromine. Okay, so bromine dia dah located at the middle of the group 17. So dia tak lagi exist as gas, but it exists as liquid. So bromine memang kita akan jumpa in the form of liquid. So kita turun lagi bawah, kita akan jumpa iodine pula. Okay, so iodine dia adalah third last kalau tak salah saya. Third last elements in the group 17. Memandangkan dia dah ke bawah, jadi dia tak akan exist as liquid ataupun gas. So dia akan exist as solid. Sebab macam saya cakap tadi, lagi ke bawah, dia akan lagi keras. Okay, so itu adalah bahagian physical state. So ingat, physical state dia akan start from gas and then liquid and then solid. So now in terms of color, as you can see, I have three pictures on the screen. So the first one is chlorine gas punya color. So the chlorine, okay, dia punya color adalah greenish yellow. So color dia kalau you tengok, it is way lighter than the other color for the other elements in group 17. Sebab macam saya cakap lah, lagi ke bawah dia akan makin gelap. So the first and second elements in the group usually akan color dia very light, very terang lah. Now for bromine, color dia dah start gelap sebab bromine dia duduk dekat tengah-tengah group 17. So dia punya warna adalah reddish brown. So bila kita turun lagi ke bawah, okay, kita jumpa iodine. So iodine, the color is purplish black. So warna dia memang macam hitam-hitam ungu. Okay, so kalau you letak iodine dalam test tube ke apa pun, you can obviously see the color. Cantik lah. Bagi saya color iodine is very nice. Okay. So ada question for physical state and color?
Setakat ni tak ada.
Tak ada setakat ni clear? Okay. So kalau clear, we proceed with another physical properties, that is boiling and melting point. Okay. So boiling and melting point lagi ke bawah dalam group 17 elements tu, ataupun kita kata as we go down the group, okay, the boiling and melting point will increase. Okay, kenapa ini terjadi? So this happens because of the size. Okay, whenever we talk about boiling point, melting point, so you have to make the relation dengan dia punya size. So kalau you tengok diagram dekat sebelah kiri ni, kita ada electron arrangement diagram for fluorine, chlorine and bromine. So we know that as we go down the group, the size of the atom will become bigger. Kenapa dia makin besar? This has relation with the number of electron. So bila kita ada lebih banyak elektron, It means that you have more shells to occupy the electron. So bila banyak shell, makin besarlah the size. So now when the size gets bigger, okay, the attraction force between molecules tu pun akan jadi lebih kuat. So bila the attraction force becomes stronger, okay, we need more heat energy to overcome the forces. So dia konsep dia samalah macam kita juga. Kita makin lama makin lama hidup makin besar, makin berat. So bila kita berat, kita tak boleh dapat orang yang macam lagi kecil daripada kita untuk belasah kita kan, untuk tumbangkan kita. We need people of way tapi lagi kuat, way stronger daripada kita untuk tumbangkan kita. So the same concept apply to boiling point and melting point. Okay, faham?
Faham.
Okay, so ini adalah the reasons ni adalah jawapan yang you should give whenever you answer question that is related to boiling point and melting point. So this is how you should describe the reason. So kalau contohlah the reason, the question ask you to compare boiling point and melting point of chlorine and fluorine. So you akan cakap lah chlorine akan ada higher boiling point and melting point as compared to fluorine. So kenapa? Cakaplah sebab the molecular size of chlorine is bigger. So the attraction force between the molecules becomes stronger, and then this require more heat energy to overcome the forces. Dapat dah 2 markah kat situ. Okay? And kalau tak ada soalan?
Tak ada.
Okay, tak ada. So kalau tak ada, now I'm going to proceed with chemical properties pula. Okay, this chapter is very simple. Okay, now chemical properties. So when we talk about chemical properties, we usually discuss them in terms of reactivity. Maksudnya tahap kebolehan elements tu untuk react. Sama ada cepat ke, lambat ke, okay. So as we go down the group, so the reactivity of elements in group 17 will decrease. Okay. So these two has connection with the size of the elements. Sebenarnya chapter 4 ni pusing-pusing dia akan sembang pasal size of the elements je. Okay. So now again look at the diagram here. Okay, so I have fluorine, chlorine and bromine. So we can see that the size of the elements become bigger as we go down the group because we have more electrons to occupy the shell. Okay, so bila banyak lagi shell, banyak lagi besar lagi lah size dia. So now when the size of the atom increases, okay, the distance between nucleus yang kat tengah ni, yang warna kuning ni, and the valence shell, okay, valence shell adalah ni shell yang paling luar, yang biru ni, yang ada macam elektron yang warna biru ni, okay, the distance between the nucleus and the valence shell akan jadi further away, dia akan jadi lagi jauh, okay. So when the distance gets further away, okay, the nuclear attraction force towards the electron akan jadi lebih lemah sebab dah makin jauh kan, so makin lemah lah. So when the nuclear attraction is weaker ataupun dia jadi makin lemah, okay, it is more difficult, okay, lagi susah for the atom to attract electron daripada atom yang lain. Okay, so inilah yang contribute kepada makin bawah dia punya reactivity makin lemah sebab dia dah tak ada apa kata macam dah tak ada tenaga. Bahasa mudahnya dia dah tak ada tenaga untuk attract elektron daripada atom lain. Sebab apa dia dah tak ada tenaga? Sebab nukleus punya jarak dengan valence shell semakin jauh. So inilah contribution dia, contribute kepada kurangnya reactivity when we go down group 17. Faham? So Yang kotak putih ni adalah how to answer the question. Ada soalan?
Cikgu, cikgu,
Okay.
nuclear attraction tu maksudnya apa?
Nuclear attraction tu dia tarikan nukleus. Maksudnya apa ni, daripada yang kuning ni kan, dia ada capable untuk tarik elektron.
Oh, okay.
Nuclear attraction dia
Okay.
okay.
Tak ada.
So ada soalan lain? Tak ada. Okay. So kalau tak ada, kita proceed dengan okay. So now, you pernah bayangkan tak what will happen if chlorine, fluorine, iodine semua ni dia react with water, metals and alkali. So bila elements in group 17 dia react with all of these three component, okay, water, metals dengan alkali ni, dia akan produce macam ni cakap, compound yang ada nama tersendiri. Contohnya macam metal halides, okay. So for this one, okay, untuk subtopik yang ini, I'm not going to explain to you guys. Instead, you will have to do an assignment. I will give you the assignment after this. Okay? So, senang je. Yang ni you kena tengok video je. Okay? So, now, okay. Kita dah masuk yang terakhir dah pun. So, now we are going to discuss the chemical and physical properties of other elements in group 17. Tadi kita dah discuss mainly about chlorine, bromine, iodine. So now we are going to look in detail about fluorine and astatine. So sebenarnya dalam chemistry untuk level kita lah, untuk level orang biasa-biasa ni, we don't play much with fluorine and astatine. Selalunya kita memang akan guna chlorine, iodine, bromine. Itulah yang paling famous yang akan guna. So, kenapa kita tak guna fluorine? Sebab fluorine ni dia very poisonous dan dia juga very reactive. Dia punya tahap reaktif ni, it can cause explosion when we expose fluorine dengan hydrogen gas. So, ni adalah sebabnya kenapa kita tak conduct eksperimen untuk group 17 dalam makmal selalunya, sebab it requires a lot of precaution step. So again, kita cakap pasal fluorine. So since fluorine dia located at the very top, okay, dia dekat paling atas dalam group 17 elements. So color dia sepatutnya jadi lebih terang ke lebih gelap?
Terang.
Yeah, betul, terang. So bila as we go down the group, color dia akan jadi lebih gelap kan. So sebab itulah fluorine ni warna dia terang sebab dia adalah the first element in group 17. So what happen to the physical state? Dia exist sebagai apa? Gas ke, solid ke, liquid?
Gas.
Gas, yes, betul. Sebab dia adalah the first element in group 17. So now, let's look at astatine pula. Astatine ni dia adalah the second last elements in group 17. So kita tahu dia memandangkan dia second last element, so dia akan jadi lebih keras lah. Maksudnya astatine ni dia exist as solid. However, astatine is one of the most rare element dalam group 17. Dia antara yang paling susah dijumpai sebab dia adalah dia chemically unstable. So selalunya elemen yang very unstable ni memang susah untuk dijumpai pun. And apart from that, astatine ni juga adalah radioactive. So radioactive ni kita tahu it can cause much health hazard to us. Okay? Ada soalan lain?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Okay, so kenapa astatine exist dalam bentuk solid?
Sebab dia paling bawah sekali dalam group 17.
Yes, betul. Sebab dia paling bawah sekali dalam group 17. Okay. Do you have other question? Ada question lain?
From me tak ada kot.
Tak ada. Semua clear? Yang lain-lain? Okay. Tak ada soalan yang baru masuk ni? Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, I will give you link untuk jawab assessment, untuk jawab soalan, and then we will see whether you truly understand the content or not. Okay? So kalau tak ada apa-apa, you can leave the meeting. Dah habis dah pun list meeting kita. Okay, so kalau tak ada apa-apa, you can leave the meeting. Nanti saya bagi you homework.
Okay, thank you cikgu.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.